today I'm going to share with you a powerful spiritual tool to make that internal perspective shift to seeing the hidden door that you can open and see the opportunities that are already inbuilt in the challenge. Often we remain stuck in the feelings of being lost, feeling overwhelmed, or just feeling like we are stuck in a loop of struggles, of challenges, and triggering those emotions of anger, of fear, of worries, and we don't really know how to get out of that loop. And if you have arrived at that state in your life, then that is exactly where life is bringing you, to that place, because life gives you exactly what you need for our growth, for our expansion, and we're here to do that. We are here to grow, and this is why every challenge is an opportunity. Every challenge that comes to our lives, it is not happening to you, it is happening for you, for your spiritual awakening, for your growth, for your soul expansion journeys. And in my last video, I talked about why we face these challenges in our lives. And today I'm going to share with you a powerful spiritual tool to make that internal perspective shift, to come out of that loop that's being stuck in that challenge, in that struggle, in that problem loop. Get out of that, to make that internal shift to seeing the hidden door that you can open and see the opportunities that are already inbuilt in the challenge. It is already there. So today I'm going to share with you a little bit of a story. 10 years ago, I was sitting in my bedroom in the house that I was living at the time, and I was on my own, sitting in a bedroom, and I was faced with what I perceived as a challenge at the time, and I had no idea how I was going to overcome, and I did not see any solution at that time. So I felt stuck at that moment. I didn't know how to find a solution. So I just sat there and I cried, and I had my tears streaming down my cheeks. And as I sat there in silence, just letting my tears roll down and not saying anything, but just sitting there in stillness, I began to hear such a very gentle voice, the whispers of the soul. I began to hear this voice from within, the voice of the divine spirit within, guiding me, letting me know that there is something, an opportunity for you through this challenge. And the voice said, trust that something good is coming out of this. And it was very subtle, but I heard it. And I said, okay, I don't have any choice right now. There are no other options, and therefore I am going to listen to this guidance and see what happens. I had no idea at that time how this was going to unfold for me, how this was going to become a lifelong spiritual practice for me. I took those words and I started to practice right there and then. So through my tears, through those moments that I was feeling the way I was feeling at the time, and my tears rolling down, through the tears, I began to whisper and I began to chant, something good is coming out of this. Something good is coming out of this. Something good is coming out of this. So I kept chanting like a mantra, and very quickly I began to feel lighter in my body. And very quickly, soon after that, I saw the unfoldment of the solution for the situation that I saw as challenge at that time in my life. And this is how I saw that, oh, this was wonderful. Whatever guidance that I received from the divine within, the divine spirit within, whatever voice that guided me, the internal compass, the internal guidance system that let me know that, yes, there is an opportunity for you to grow here. Within that challenge is a treasure for you, a beautiful magical door for you to open and walk through so that you can grow, so that you can unfold. And after that experience, after I saw how it made a powerful shift for me, every time I was faced with a challenge, small or big, however I perceived, I would immediately step into just chanting this, there is something good out of this. So before I received this guidance, every time I would face with a challenge, I would just get into either the dreading mode or the worrying mode, or, oh, how am I going to do this? How am I going to deal with this? How am I going to face this? The helplessness mode. So I would automatically get into that. And that's what happens to many of us. Until we learn to train ourselves, we get into that automatic programming of just jumping into the lower frequencies, the problem mode. And that's also by design. We are meant to see the problem first so that we can derive at a solution. We are designed that way. We are solution-oriented beings, and this is why even the smallest of things we always seek for solutions, because we are not designed to remain in problems. And so when I started to make this shift, I saw this powerful change within myself, this powerful transformation within myself, that how quickly I can get out of this situation, whatever it is that I told myself was a challenge, was a struggle, how quickly I could get out of that, and the solution would just appear. The growth will just happen automatically. This became a powerful tool for me to grow, to expand in my journey. And the beautiful thing about it is that I learned how to reprogram myself, how to rewire myself from that automatically jumping into dread or fear or worries. I shifted from there straight away to, there is something good in this. There is a growth happening here. There is an opportunity happening here. I shifted to that really quickly. So once you train your nervous system to shift this quickly, and you've made this internal perspective move, transformation within, then very quickly that old habit of jumping into the problem mode just dies away. It just fades away. It just dissolves into nothingness. And that's what began to happen for me. Yes, it took me a bit of time to practice it regularly. But as I said, the moment I started speaking at that time through my tears, I saw instant result. I felt lighter. I felt better straight away. But as time went on, I practiced, the more and more, and the more I practiced this, I just automatically shifted out of being in a triggering that problem mode, that challenge worry mode, that fear mode. So anytime something comes in my life now, I no longer even see it as a challenge. Whatever comes, that I see it as, okay, I don't know what to do right now. All I say is, okay, there is a solution out there. I know that. I know there's something good out of this. If I see is something a little bit challenging in terms of I'm not able to see what is the good right now, I still trust completely. And that's what trust is about. Not seeing it, not knowing it, but complete trust, and just surrendering to the knowing that with this trust and through this trust, that hidden door opens up for us, and we can walk through that magical portal to see the opportunity that was already inbuilt in your challenge. And if you look at any of your past experiences, whenever you've had some challenge in your life, whether small or big, if you look back, you will begin to know exactly what I mean, because through that challenge, you will know, when you look back, just take a moment and think of a challenge in your life some time ago, a long time ago, and see what happened after that. We always find out that we get stronger. As we go through the challenge, we get stronger. This is just by law, the nature of all things. So in the same way as when we go to the gym, for example, and we work out and we lift weights, etc., and our muscles get stronger. But it is challenging while we're working out. It's not easy. If we really want to build the body, we have to put in a lot of work. So we do have to go through a lot of pain in the body in order for the muscles to tear and then repair and build, etc. So there's a lot of pain, a lot of challenges for the body in order to build the body. So this is what happens. In the same way, when we're going through the tears, when we're going through the pain, when we're going through the challenges that we see as big struggles in life, we are going through that tearing and building process. So when we know what is happening, and when you look back, you can use that reference to strengthen, reinforce that information within yourself right now, that I remember when that happened. At that moment, I didn't see what was going to unfold for me, what good was going to unfold for me, but I went through it, and this is what happened. I grew stronger. Something came out of it. Something good came out of it. So when we acknowledge those past reference stories, then we can reinforce right now that this challenge that I'm going through right now is also going to make me even stronger. And this is how you open the hidden door every time you're faced with a challenge. And you can shift out of that mode really quickly. And before you know it, you will no longer even trigger a problem neuron in your brain, in your body. You will not even fire anything that says, this is a problem, this is a struggle in life. Anything you say, okay, I don't have this, or okay, this, I don't know how to do this, okay, I don't have the solution for this. Acknowledge that. Yes, we're not going to ignore it. We're going to acknowledge that I don't have the solution right now for this situation, but I trust that something good is coming out of it. I trust that the solution is just there as I open this door. This hidden door is there for me to walk through, for me to see the solution, for me to see the opportunity. And that's how easy it is. But yes, like every habit, we need to practice, and we need to do it regularly for it to build in our internal system, in our nervous system, in our mindset, in our energy system. We need to practice it regularly. So switch to simply that something good is coming out of it, and just trust and surrender to that. Something good is coming out of this. And if you practice it, let me know. I look forward to hearing your stories, because I love hearing your stories. We are here to do that. We are here to share our stories. We're here to support each other in our growth and our expansion journeys. So I will see you soon.